Alright, we're going to get another flight of the Bugs 3. Last time I did a video on this, the camera that I'm using to record this, I had mounted underneath it in the stock holder. Did a little test on it. That was probably about a week ago. If you want to see that, you can go into my my videos and find it. Pretty simple to find. I also had crashed this. It wasn't a bad crash. It was just a little tumble along the ground, but one of the props had taken some damage apparently, and I never really did find out, what was wrong with the prop, but, I figured out which one it was, and I put on a new one, and it's been fine ever since. So, or it did at the test that I had at the house just for a couple of minutes. So, but we're going to put up a flight of this. This is with the stock battery, which is what I don't usually use in this. It's only, 1800 mAh, and to be honest with you, it's kind of a weak battery. The internal resistance on it is kind of high. Just not a very good battery that came with it. I tend to use different batteries to get a better, stronger flight time. But we're going to run this one this time and see how it does. And I'm going to put this back on my head. Apologize for the wire. Having trouble with the battery on my action cam. Manufacturer's supposed to be sending me a couple more, but that was a week ago, and I still haven't seen anything yet, so hopefully they'll send it to me. But anyway, here we go. Just gonna bomb around here. Well, I don't know what that was all about. I guess it just caught on the mat. Maybe the hazards of using a piece of carpet. Alright, we are in high rates. And it is a little windy today. Not performing the way that it usually does. I don't know, I don't have quite as much forward pitch for some reason. Seems to yaw just fine. Forward pitch seems to be off. Now, I don't know if it has to do with the battery or not, because I know this battery is not very good. I very rarely use it. Yeah. Pitching back and forth is about the same. And I do have it in high rates. Alright, I made a quick landing and checked my phone, and I actually had a little bit of a signal here, and I was able to go out and find the PDF file for the manual for this, and I was going to do an entire calibration on it, but I just decided, well, it's easier just to do the stick calibration. I couldn't remember what direction to push the sticks or any other buttons that I needed to push, but anyway, I did that, and it is much better. So all it needed was a stick calibration, and it's all on right now. Everything, all you do is both sticks down and to the right, and it calibrates the sticks. And so we'll continue a flight here. This does not have the original battery in it. I put a different battery in, and it did keep doing the same thing before, so I knew it. I knew it had to have some kind of calibration here. So anyway, arm it, and we'll fly around a little bit. Still a little windy. And I'll show you the, that's left, woo, really goes. That's right, much better than it was. And this is in high rates. See, now I can bank it in the turns. Oh, flying much better. And you know, I probably have a 5 to 10 mile an hour wind here, and you know, a lot of people, they post all these weather apps and telling you whether it's good to fly or not, and it just, you know, I don't know. I suppose it's just more technology to look at and kind of guide yourself with. But you know what? All I do is I look outside, I feel the wind, and you know what? Is it good or it isn't? You know, if you notice, you know, I don't fly very far away from myself. And yeah, the wind is pretty blowing here, but you know what? You won't learn to fly in the wind until you get into the wind and get out there and fly. So you need to learn. Just keep it right here next to you. You know, this is all I'm doing right here. Just keep it next to you. Learn what it's gonna do. Don't try to take it, you know, 5 miles away, 30,000 feet in the air. There's no reason for that kind of stuff. Not in my mind, anyway. A lot of that stuff is how we as a group are getting into trouble. So I don't mind FPV. You know, I have a Hubsan 501 SS, and yeah, I'll take it. It'll just be a kind of a pinprick in the sky a little bit, but you know, I'm not taking it over people or anything like that, and I'm getting some nice pictures, nice up high. But generally all my flying is just like this. And you know what? Let the wind blow. Learn how to fly in the wind. And you know, this Bugs 3 can probably take about another 5 miles an hour before I'll just call it quits because I'm fighting it too much. Not that it makes me nervous or anything like that, but the enjoyment is now taken out of it because it's just simply too windy. But you know, the wind, you know, can give you a challenge. And that's what you should be doing, is you should be challenging yourself. Let the wind get a hold of it. But you know, keep it right close to you, just like I'm doing. No reason for you to be so far away, you know, it's really windy. And then, you know, of course, most people that I notice, they go downwind first, and then on their trip back, they're going into the wind. Well, that's when your battery is the lowest. You know, if you're gonna take a trip out there, you know, go into the wind, so that when you're coming back, the wind's at your tail, and the wind is pushing you. Now, I already have a voltage alarm, and this came on pretty fast, only because I fixed the sticks, and now I can really throw it around. And you know, that eats up a lot of energy when you're constantly pitching it forward like that and giving it throttle. You know, I can get a 25-minute flight time if I want, just hover it in front of me, but that's no fun either. You can probably hear it beeping. Oh, see, it just quit because the cell equalized. So I got another couple minutes here before I need to land. See, the wind kind of pushed that down into the ground, and you need to learn how to get it out of that situation. And it will do it, but you need to give yourself plenty of room. So don't be scared to fly in the wind. You become a better pilot by learning how to fly in the wind. That's going with the wind. Now coming back, all right, it almost stalls. It stalled almost to a stop trying to come around. Now we got some momentum. Now this corner here, it's going to really whip around because the wind is going to catch it. Now if I try to do that this side, see, it stalls. As soon as the nose of it comes around and starts heading into the wind, it doesn't quite have enough oomph to keep the forward momentum, so it stalls out. Now that's the wind pushing that. Bring it back. I'll let go of the sticks. Well, the wind just kind of died. It's pushing it a little bit. No biggie. Fun to fly in the wind. Gives another element. Getting that low voltage alarm. So that's the third or fourth time that it went off. So we'll bring it in, we'll land it. See, it just stabilized again. So now I know the cells are above 3.6, and that's good for me. No need to run them down to, you know, 3.3, 3.4, you know. You don't need to do that. You know, the flight's over. It's losing power. Battery's almost exhausted, so we'll land it. I'm just kind of playing around here a little bit. So push the button. Stops it. And let's get that wire out of the way. Alright, and there's the little voltage alarm that I have. I have it hooked right to the battery balance lead, and I have it set for 3.6 volts. And when it hits that, this starts beeping. And you know what? I know when to land. So, but anyway, the calibration did its job. It's back to flying the way that it should. And I hope you enjoyed that video. Take care.